Pokemon!
Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Comics, and today I'm going to be doing a video on my top 10 Pokemon from the Kanto region. So I decided to make this video because I want to kind of do a series of videos on all of my top 10 Pokemon from every region. So I thought I'd start with Kanto, pretty obvious because, I mean, it's the first region. So yeah, I wanted to tell you guys my top 10 list, and make sure to leave your top 10 list in the bottom as well, or even just your favorite Kanto Pokemon or favorite Pokemon of all time. This series is going to lead up to a video where I am going to do my top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time, but I thought I'd start in just sections because there's so many Pokemon. So let's get straight into it, starting with number 10. So, for number 10, I have Vaporeon, and if you're wondering why I'm looking down, I have my list right there, so that's why I was looking down. But starting with Vaporeon, so Vaporeon is a really cool water Pokemon. It's probably my second favorite evolution. I really like Glaceon, but that Pokemon's not in this region, so let's stick on Vaporeon. But Vaporeon is a super, super cool Pokemon, and also I'll have an image of it, like, up here. And, yeah, it's an awesome Pokemon. I really like the design of it, and also just for gameplay in the games. That's what I'm going to be kind of basing it off, is, like, design, and then also in the games, like, how good it is. And this one, I really like the design of it. It looks awesome, super cool. And in the game, I really like it as well. It has, you can get a great move set on it. And it's definitely one of my favorite water-type Pokemon, which I might also do. That just gave me an idea for, like, top 10, like, fire, water, grass, all of those types, like, Pokemon. That'd be really cool. And maybe I can even rank the Pokemon regions. So, man, there's a lot of content there. So let me know if you guys want to see that stuff. But no, Vaporeon's awesome. Super, super cool Pokemon. And I've seen it in the anime a few times, but not that often, so I think Vaporeon deserves some more spotlight. I know that the evolutions do get a lot of attention because they're really cool, and a lot of people like they're in plushies a lot. A lot of people collect those, and I think they're pretty cool, and Vaporeon's just awesome. Alrighty, so now we're going to move on to number 9. Okay, so for my number 9, I have the Pokemon Alakazam. So Alakazam is awesome. I remember trying to always catch an Abra and it always teleporting away from me. And when I finally got one, I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. And this was when I like first started playing Pokemon. And I didn't know like what the Pokemon evolved into. It was like a total surprise for me. So when it turned into an Alakazam, I was like, oh my goodness, that is awesome. Like such a cool looking Pokemon. It has a great moveset too. I love Psychic Pokemon. They're awesome. And it just, it looks so calm, and I really like the color set on it. It looks awesome. And just overall a great Pokemon. I mean, there's not a lot you can say about these Pokemon on the list because without going in like super detail, I guess, like talking about every single color on it. But like just personally for me, I really like the design of it, and I don't have any like real big memories with it. I'm trying to think of like if I've ever used on one of my main teams. I know I have one in like my Pokemon Omega Ruby game, but I didn't like train it up. Well, actually, like I used it back when I first started playing, but I haven't used it that recently, though. It's kind of just sitting in my PC box, but definitely a really cool Pokemon. Alrighty, now we're going to move on to number 8. Okay, so for number 8, I picked Gengar. Gengar is an awesome dark type, oh sorry, shadow Pokemon. Jesus, what am I saying? Yeah, shadow. Yeah. Had to think about that for a second. Jeez. I really need to catch up on my Pokemon knowledge. But no, Gengar is awesome. Really, really cool Pokemon. I love the design of it. It's kind of just like it's like kind of just like, it's really simple. It's just like a bowl. I mean, so it's a really cool Pokemon, and I like just the one color of like the purple. It looks really nice, and just overall a really like menacing Pokemon too. Pretty scary looking. Definitely fits the type of Shadow a type? No, Ghost. What am I saying? Oh my god, I am so sorry. Ghost type. Okay, yes. Okay, I'm gonna leave that in though, because everybody has flaws, and that was one of mine, not knowing that it was Ghost type. Jeez, I knew something sounded wrong about that. I was like, okay, Shadow, like, no, Ghost. Okay, so yeah, so Ghost type Gengar, awesome, super cool. I should have realized that. But no, awesome Pokemon and really cool. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to number 7. Okay, so number 7 is a legendary Pokemon, and it is Mewtwo. Now, Mewtwo is awesome. Really, really cool. I use it on my main team in Omega Ruby. It's a great Pokemon, a real, like, powerhouse. I love the design of it, and I do have a personal memory with this one. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have this memory, but seeing it in that first Pokemon movie, oh, it was awesome. Such a menacing Pokemon, and it was awesome how he could talk. I really like that when Pokemon can talk. And, like, I know he doesn't physically, like, start talking. He uses his psychic kinetic abilities, but super, super cool. And Mewtwo's just awesome. Really powerful. I like Pokemon like that. But also, like, he kind of has, he still looks kind of like, I don't know, not cute, I don't want to say, but not like super evil. Like, he's just awesome. It's a really good balance, and it just looks like an awesome Pokemon. And try not to say cool to describe him, but just great. Really, really cool Pokemon. Alrighty, and geez, I said it. I said cool. I always go back to saying cool. Oh my goodness. But no, Mewtwo, he's fantastic. Okay, so now we're going to move on to number 6. Okay, so that is Snorlax. Okay, so Snorlax is awesome. He is a super, super awesome Pokemon. And I love how, like, fat he is. He really, really cute. And also has a great move set. Like, he's a real good, like blocker. Like, you can use him for, like, really good, like, defensive strategies, because he can just heal. You can keep resting him, and if you have a berry with him, forget what berry it is, but the one that wakes you up, you can use that, and then it'll just keep waking up from, like, the rest. I know you can only have that on once, but, like, you get what I mean. And you can have leftovers on him, which is a really good combo. And he is just an awesome Pokemon. Really, really cool. And no, the design's really good. I like the color scheme, the green, and the just kind of like, I don't know, like a beigey color for, like, his stomach. I have the Pokemon card for him, the GX card, which is really fantastic looking. Amazing artwork on it. And no, let me know your thoughts on Snorlax. I think he's definitely a fan favorite for a lot of people. He's the one who's always sleeping on the bridge, and you gotta wake him up with the Poke Flute. So that's an interesting, like, storyline to him, and just really cool. And I know Ash has one in does he? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he does in Pokemon Battle Frontier. I'm pretty sure he has it in one of those, like, Hoenn region seasons. But yeah, super awesome Pokemon. Okay, so now we're going to move on to number 5. So that is Arcanine. Arcanine is an awesome fire type Pokemon. Fire type is, don't want to say my favorite type yet, but, like, it's definitely high up there for sure. Probably top 3 or at least top 5. And just a really cool type of Pokemon. Like, my first Pokemon that I ever got was Chimchar, and he is just awesome. And that's how I kind of fell in love with the fire type Pokemon. And when I found out about Arcanine, I was like, wow, that is a really, really cool Pokemon. And uh, they use them in the anime sometimes. I know Growlithe is used a lot with like in the original series in the Indigo League when he's with like Officer Jenny, and Arcanine's just a really well designed Pokemon too. You can tell a lot of work was put into him, and just really fierce, and pretty sure he can learn the move Fire Blast, which is a really good move as well, and just a really strong Pokemon and definitely a cool one to have by your side. Alrighty, so now we're going to move on to the next one, which is number 4. Okay, so that is going to be Raichu. Raichu is amazing. I know a lot of people probably have Pikachu on their list, but personally, I prefer Raichu. And I didn't want to go with the generic pick of Pikachu because it's like feels like a lot of people would have him on their list. So I'm like, you know what? I'll do something different and pick Raichu. He is awesome. He or she, gender can vary. But I also like the new Mega Evolution of Raichu. I know they didn't have that back in the Kanto League, like back in the original games, but now that they have that, that's awesome. I like how he's surfing on his tail. That's super, super cool. Probably do a top 10 Mega Evolutions as well. That would be awesome. But no, great Pokemon, really well designed. I love the orange. Orange used to be my favorite color. Red kind of took over that spot, but orange is definitely still high up there for me. And he just looks fantastic. The orange, and like I'm pretty sure he has some yellow to him, and his tail looks great, and just he looks really cute too. And just an awesome Pokemon. One of my favorite Indigo League episodes. I'm pretty sure that's the season that it is, the first season of Pokemon, where Pikachu kind of has to decide if he wants to evolve, because you got to use like the Thunderstone, I'm pretty sure, and he has to decide whether he wants to evolve to fight this like Raichu, and like no real spoilers here, but because you've probably seen this and know that obviously Pikachu is still Pikachu in the anime. But yeah, he decides not to evolve and he beats Raichu, and that's just super, super cool. But I love seeing Raichu in that episode because he doesn't actually get a lot of attention in like the anime that much. So nice to see him a lot more, and just really awesomely designed Pokemon. Alrighty, so now we're going to move on to number 3. Okay, so number 3 is a really awesome Dragon-type Pokemon. Let's see if you can guess it. Okay, it is Dragonite. Dragonite's awesome. Really, really cool. He's just like, I like how he's kind of also like kind of fat, I guess, like, but really cute in like a cute way, and his wings look nice, and just like overall the design is like great. Really like how he looks. The colors are great too, really like vibrant, and it just makes him look really, really awesome. And that's how a dragon type Pokemon should look, really like mythical and just super, super fantastical, kind of like a fantasy type thing, because that's where dragons are kind of from, like fantasy games and stuff like that. So Dragonite fits that perfectly. You know, when I first got a Dragonite, it was like, wow, he comes from like this what is it, Dratini, and then Dragonair. Yeah, Dragonair. And it's just like Dragonair is all blue, and you think like maybe it's going to evolve into this blue thing, but then it just completely changes, turns into this beast of a Pokemon, Dragonite, and he is just awesome and will definitely like never let you down in a fight. He's great. I can't remember any particular episodes from the anime that I saw with him, but I'm sure there are some, and he is just awesome. Alrighty, so now we're going to move on to number 2. So that is Charizard. Charizard is awesome, a super classic Pokemon. I'm sure he's going to be on a lot of people's lists. Like, he's really, really popular, especially in the TCG trading card game. I know a lot of people like him in that, especially the original one. That's a really rare card. And just so cool. And I remember I was at Fan Expo with one of my friends, and we bought like a pack of Pokemon cards each, and I went to buy mine, and the guy like at the stand handed me the pack. And my friend was like, "Oh, here, you should pick your own pack." And I was like, "Nah, it's okay. It doesn't really matter." And I opened it, and it had a Mega Charizard. Oh, what was it? I guess EX. And oh, it was just awesome, so cool. And it had like the gold writing, like it has like the writing on it, and it was like the full gold, so it was like the secret rare one. And oh, that was awesome. That made that day fantastic, and I was so excited. And I still have that card to this day. Just a fantastic looking card. And yeah, just an awesome Pokemon overall. Really, really cool. I've always thought that he kind of should have been a mix of fire and dragon, but I guess it makes sense fire and flying a bit more because he flies. But if you could have 3 types, that's what he would be. Just making sure I put up 3. But no, he's awesome. I really like the red, once again going with fire type Pokemon because I really like fire types. And no, he's just fantastic. Really awesome, like, design for him. And just, oh, really highly featured in the anime. He always comes back to help Ash. And I love it when they do that. It brings back some nostalgia from the original, like, episodes. And that's just really, really cool. Alrighty, now we are going to move on to the big one, number 1. Try to guess in the comments below which Pokemon I'm going to pick. And here we go. So, my number 1 is Gyarados. Gyarados is awesome. Such a cool Pokemon. Oh, man. I love, this isn't from the original Kanto region, but in Johto, when you catch that, like, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and maybe the originals, like the Silver and Gold, I'm not too sure. But, I like it when you catch that shiny Gyarados. That looks awesome. And it's such a big change, too, from the blue to the red. I really like that. But, oh, just original Gyarados. So cool. What an awesome Pokemon. And I'm a really big fan of Water-type Pokemon. They're right up there with me as well. And also, is he part dragon or part flying? I think it might be part flying, if I'm being honest. I think it might be, but let me know in the comments below. I'm not too sure. I really got to read up on my knowledge, but I thought I'd just go into this and just have some fun with it. Because you guys can obviously tell me, and I can obviously look it up for myself after this video. But no, he is an awesome Pokemon, and just super, super, like, creative design. You can tell they put a lot of work into him. You can tell that with a lot of Kanto Pokemon. It was really hard to make this list. I had to narrow it down quite a bit, go through the Pokedex a few times. And no, I was able to narrow it down to these 10, and I hope you all went on to enjoy the video. Don't forget to leave it a like down below if you did, and comment your top 10 Kanto Pokemon, and make sure to stay tuned for the next, well, not exactly the next video, but whenever I do this video for the top 10 Johto Pokemon, because that's the next region on our list. And I hope you all enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.